Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, Egyptian President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi is arriving in Eritrea. Secondly, I told you yesterday that uh, secret ballot was going to be held at UN General Assembly for new members of UN Human Rights Council. Ethiopia was also a candidate. A campaign had been launched to stop Ethiopia from being elected as the member of this UN Human Rights Council. What happened? Has Ethiopia been elected? How many votes did Ethiopia get? Let's start from Eritrea viewers. This morning, I shared a picture with you. I put it on the thumbnail of the video, last video. The thumbnail showed Isa Savoki and Hassan Sheikh standing uh, at Asmara airport. In the background, an Egyptian military plane was also seen. And I said that maybe some Egyptian representative from military or government had arrived in Eritrea to participate in Egypt Eritrea Somalia talks, because talks in Eritrea are tripartite talks. Three parties are attending. Now it has been confirmed that Egyptian President Al-Sisi is visiting Eritrea. It has been confirmed by the Egyptian presidency. Official statement. The military plane, which I showed, it means was carrying Al-Sisi's advance team. Wherever he goes, generally wherever presidents, prime ministers go, especially those who believe they're under threat, who are in danger, their advanced security teams arrive in those locations first. They clear the areas. They ensure that foolproof security arrangements have been made. It means that Egyptian president's advanced security team arrived in Asmara yesterday or day before yesterday. And today, Sisi is arriving in Asmara. Agenda. Again, agenda is clear. People say, Sajid, you speculate a lot. You make up stories. I think even a layman can understand if he does not have any bias. People sometimes, some viewers, unfairly criticize me. I know their names that under every video in comment section they criticize me. I don't care about it. But if you analyze it with, if you analyze it neutrally, this tripartite summit is about Ethiopia, definitely about Ethiopia. One more point is that Egypt is now becoming directly involved in Sudanese civil war. At least this is what RSF is saying. RSF chief Hamdan Dagalo, in a speech yesterday, said that Egyptian bombers bombed RSF in Jabal Moya, which is in Sudan. Egypt has been providing military support to Al Burhan in Sudan, but RSF says that now Egyptian bombers, Egyptian planes are directly bombarding RSF positions. Main agenda of this tripartite summit is Ethiopia. Firstly, entry of Egyptian military, expulsion of Ethiopian troops. If Ethiopia does not withdraw, what will happen? Secondly, Ethiopia Somaliland MOU, again, agenda related to Ethiopia. Egypt and Eritrea, they want to block Ethiopian government's access to sea. Egypt says that Egypt believes that it should not let Ethiopia gain access to the Red Sea. Though even if Ethiopia built a naval base in Somaliland, I don't think it would be in a position to stop or disrupt traffic towards Suez Canal. which is the lifeline of Egyptian economy. But still, because it's an international shipping route, Ethiopia alone cannot uh, disrupt the movement of maritime traffic there. But Egypt wants to stop Ethiopia from gaining access to the Red Sea. Eritrea is its ally. Somalia obviously wants to stop as well Ethiopia from gaining access to sea, from building a naval base. It is ready to give access to its ports to Ethiopia on commercial basis, but it does not want Ethiopian naval presence in Somaliland, in uh, other parts. This is the agenda. We'll see what these leaders decide. Are they just meeting to send a strong symbolic message, perhaps a warning to Ethiopia? Or are they going to make some big decisions? Obviously, when they'll meet, they'll issue a statement to hopefully, and you'll see that they'll say that they issued bilateral, that they discussed bilateral issues. They talked about Horn of Africa security, Red Sea security. But uh, the main agenda point is Ethiopia. Somalia will have to be very careful, very careful. Egypt has its own axe to grind in supporting Somalia. Somalia is already a very destabilized country because of Al Shabaab insurgency. Somalia's people are laying down their lives, their forces laying down their lives for years. Somalia cannot afford a new war. At the same time, Somalia wants to stop Ethiopia from implementing the MOU. This is the test of Hassan Sheikh's diplomacy. Hassan Sheikh should not let Somalia uh, be used by Egypt and Eritrea as a proxy. I personally think that Hassan Sheikh should tell Egypt and Eritrea to come to the forefront to support Somalia if they are supportive of Somalia. Otherwise, if we just announce backing to the extent of statements, to the extent of provision of arms, Somalia should not be provoked. Any war, if it happened between Ethiopia and Somalia, could be deadly for the two countries. And secondly, Somalia cannot get any guarantees that Eritrea and Egypt would actively support Somalia in case of military escalation. I think Hassan Sheikh should make decisions just on the basis of what he has in hand in terms of Somalia. Let's see update in coming videos. Secondly, viewers, I told you yesterday that UN Human Rights Council was going to get new members. I think it's a 47 member body or 51, I'm not sure. Ethiopia was eyeing a term at UN Human Rights Council, 3-year term, and UN Human Rights Council members are elected by UN General Assembly. All countries, members of the UN vote. Voting was held yesterday. 5 countries from Africa had applied to be the members: Ethiopia, Kenya, Congo, uh, Benin, and Gambia. Ethiopia has been elected as the member, though human rights organizations had launched a campaign to stop Ethiopian election. They had said that uh, they were trying to convince voting nations that Ethiopia is committing grave human rights abuses. It should not be a member of UN Human Rights Council. But Eritrea has also served as a member of UN Human Rights Council. Eritrea is also accused of similar or even more serious human rights abuses. So I think when countries vote, they see their bilateral interests. This is what matters more for them, more than the human rights record of the new members who want to be elected. Ethiopia got 171 votes. Ethiopia needed 97 votes to be elected, so far ahead of the required threshold of majority. Ethiopia got votes. Now it's a member of UN Human Rights Council for 3 years. All other African countries, five, they have been elected. Ethiopia, Kenya, Benin, Congo, Gambia, elected as new members from Africa, members of UN Human Rights Council. Thank you for watching.